Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips Podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we're live on a Saturday, ready to do some feedback. It's an episode about what you guys had to say throughout the week. We're going to read your 5-star reviews. We're going to leave read your comments you left on our website, your votes in our polls.
Yay!
The donations that you left, the emails. We got a bunch of letters in the mail.
Yay!
All of that stuff. And if we have time, might even go over our Spotify Wrapped for creators and talk about, the podcast and all the stuff for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we only did 2 episodes this week, so that part might be a little shorter than normal. We'll see. We can get to talking.
We some talking ass niggas.
The official weapon of the show is
phone chair.
And the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
And bullet ball, extreme. Of course, the people that we want to shout out first are the people that left us money with donations.
May I have your attention? You are now listening to Charlotte's Own Rod and Karen. We welcome the good folks who tithe to the Black Guy Who Tips.
That's right. A little bit of donations from the Ho Nation. Yeah, y'all some hoes. Jeff M, Corey B, Jonathan H, Michael W, Marvin B. Yes, Marvin B. Early Daisy Photography. J Full, Nicole F, Mako H, Asia D, Chriselle B, Annie P. We hope you're okay, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Don G, Tom W. Jr., Michael S., David from Brooklyn, Diana R., Julian N., Laura E., Nicholas Z., Noel W., Bomani Jones, who I'll be live with at the end of January at the Rialto Theater in Durham. Come check us out, Basketball Jones. Get your tickets online. Google everything I just said. All right, and that's it for the donations. Thank you, everybody from Ho Nation. Whew. And if you was looking for the hoes today, we was at the gym. It was deep in there.
Yeah,
all of us.
Might be like that till about February, March. Just start dying out.
Some people getting to jump on their New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame them. You won't hear me complaining, guys. Okay.
Nope, because they keep everybody else prices low.
Or yeah, I don't even know if it affects the price at this point. But you know what? It's good. It's good. Be in there, do your thing. All right, 5-star reviews. We got one new 5-star review. It's annual 5 stars from the Disorganized Virgo 6 days ago. Hey, y'all, long-time listener, repeat rater. We love a repeat rater.
Come on, repeat rater.
Repeat rate us is what we're into. I had to come put my 5 on these ties. You all are the best in the game, and the longevity, quality of the show, and authenticity shows in every single episode. If y'all don't have me thinking, you have me laughing. I appreciate you both. Cheers to a new year of Rod and Karen shenanigans. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
We love a shenanigan or two. All right. Now let's get into the comments on the website and YouTube and, all that stuff that we be doing. The first episode was a feedback episode 3025. Big Steakhouse, 3 comments. Appia says, I'm wondering if I could say that I get paid to be funny. Not the direct way, but I know for sure people want me on their appointments with important customers because I'm a good time. Not only for that reason, but it helps. I'm going to say, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, I think you're pretty funny too, Appia. But I'm going to say no. Okay, I know this is a world of just everyone's supposed to say yes to everything and make everybody
she ain't
feel
gonna come
good.
in with a tight 15.
Well, I'm gonna say no because if you are not good at your job, but you do continue to be very funny, you will not have a job. You will be a funny unemployed woman. So I don't think that is necessarily you getting paid to be funny. I think getting paid to be funny is like when I was at Game Theory, if them jokes wouldn't have been hitting, somebody else would have been in there. And I wouldn't have got a call back for season 2, no matter how cool me and Bomani are. It would have been like, yeah, we like
They be like, nope.
It was nakedly obvious, right? Like if I wasn't funny, my jokes don't go in the show. That's just how it works. There's no favoritism or like sympathy or any of that shit. It's like, what was the funniest thing that could possibly be said here? What's the most accurate thing? All that stuff. And so if you're not a bad motherfucker with that pen, you start noticing like, damn, my shit don't get in
Real quick, don't you?
you know. So I'm gonna say no offense though.
Don't take it personal.
Have some stuffy professor you have to have a meeting with. When I'm with you, he will have a good time even if he doesn't really want to. I can smell out what to say to make him break the serious act. His eyes will begin to sparkle and the mouth turns upward. Haha, the Appia effect. And I'm in Germany, not necessarily the capital of fun. So I probably do. It's not Netflix money, but it's steady. I give you all of the fun goods for free because you are the best. Listen, I think you are funny. I just don't. I would not make the leap into Appia gets paid to be funny. I think it's just a bonus. It's what makes you even better at your job than somebody that can do the job and be unfunny.
Agreed.
I still would rather have you do the account if you're funny than the person that is not a good time to hang out with.
Agreed.
Neb says, I'm glad you like the card in the CD. Yes, that's my dog. Her name is Missy. Heart emoji. I decided to get a family holiday photo with her this year. She was a bit confused by it, but I think it turned out cute. It did turn out cute.
It did.
Bigfoot is the worst track on there. I agree. I debate whether or not to include it because it's so terrible, but it was extremely memorable for me, so I decided, fuck it. Glad you still have a way to listen to CDs. Not everyone still does, but I love them.
Yeah, we still got them old cars. They got CD players and no GPS in them.
Yep. And Bigfoot is definitely worth including. Tracks are memorable. They don't have to be good to be memorable.
That's true.
A horrible disc can also be hilarious. So,
yes.
Yeah. And the Bigfoot joint was embarrassingly bad, but I mean I do remember it from last year, especially how clever she thought that Bigfoot line was.
Didn't she though? She thought she had something.
She really thought she could turn the whole beef into that one line. It just, I don't know. Maybe it's the drugs. Sean says, when you talked about cooking with Kaya, I thought wait until they find out about OnlyPans. Then I realized that there must be hundreds of thousands or even more sneaking past the censored cooking channels. So I started researching. That's why I didn't post much last week. So much. So I guess OnlyPans is some type of sexual thing. So much research. Yeah, I don't know what OnlyPans is. I just did OnlyPans and YouTube popped up with a bunch of videos, and Tick, and then Instagram has an account named OnlyPans, but it looks like just regular food. So I don't know if there's supposed to be like some sexual element to OnlyPans. OnlyPans, ultimate food recipes and cooking tips on TikTok. So I clicked on that. And I'll see if I can show the rest of it. I mean, it doesn't look R-rated or nothing. It just like...
Welcome back to my OnlyFans. I hope you're hungry, babe, because today we are making birria tacos. God, I missed you. There will be no...
Alright, I'll turn the volume down just so we won't get flagged on YouTube with this music. But it looked like she just cooking.
Right.
I mean, it's an attractive person cooking, but I feel like that's everything on TikTok.
Everything on TikTok.
You have to be made up to the gods and cleavage popping just
makeup. Yes.
To do anything. I don't know. This doesn't feel too sexy to me. I don't know. Maybe I could be missing something that, I don't know. I'm not doing a deep dive on it, but no, I haven't heard of OnlyPans, and good luck to them, or whatever people wish. All right, the poll. I'm sorry. Let's see if we had any comments on the YouTube for this episode. No comment on YouTube. So we go to the poll. Do you mail out holiday cards? I do, and by proxy, that means Karen does too. And we mailed all y'all's out last week, so some of y'all should be getting
them soon if you haven't got them already.
Yeah, although I noticed y'all niggas ain't been posting them online and tagging us, so maybe y'all ain't got them yet, or maybe y'all forgot. I don't know.
Because knowing people start letting us know when they received them, so they might not have gotten them yet.
Yeah,
I think Christmas threw it off because Christmas.
Yeah, we did mail them like right before the holiday, so Anyway, 22% of the audience does, 78% don't. Listen, I ain't trying to create no extra work for y'all, and if you don't want to do it, I feel you. But let me just tell y'all, since I started sending out these cards every year, it has enriched my life, and I like sending them out, and it's very fun. It's like a little project. I use Vistaprint. online to
spring is
like
really good.
personalize it every year, and I enjoy picking out the card and the design. This year we took a picture with the Charlotte Hornets, and then I went and had that turned into vector art. Then I put it on like a little sparkly kind of card, and I enjoyed sending them out to people.
They were pretty. I liked them a lot.
Yeah, it was fun,
And we get to do stickers. It's so much fun. To stuff them and stuff too.
Yeah, the stickers is more of a us thing, just that we started doing because I thought that would be cool to give y'all a little something. But and I look forward to when y'all send y'all's cards in too. Like, and we get y'all's pictures, and I don't know y'all, but some of y'all, we know a little bit better than others. But either way, I think it's really dope when y'all have pictures with your fur babies and your real babies and each other and by yourselves and all that stuff. And those of y'all that go and find these like mahogany cards that I've never heard of.
Y'all be finding about mahogany this. I was like, I didn't even know they made them like this. Is the card made out of chocolate?
So I appreciate all that stuff, and
I do too. I love them, and I hold on to every single one of them.
Yeah. So thank you. All right. The next episode is 3026 smug mode activated. So we're gonna talk about that one. We had 6 comments. Let's get to them. Apia left the first 2. Mr. Apia and I are out eating and his food comes first. Great. We are eating his food now. That's that marriage tax.
We are eating his food.
When it's the other way around, I, of course, also. Yeah. I guess I've just never been that uptight about manners or whatever. But I think a lot of people, when they hear those scenarios online, they go to like a very formal place that's like dating or business lunch,
right?
Right,
and type of thing. And even those scenarios, I'm fine with that too. But yeah, a lot of people feel differently.
I think as an introvert, I very rarely have those type of sit downs with people that I am very formal with.
Yeah.
So most of the time, if I close my eyes and you tell me to imagine some scenario of like this happened at a restaurant. In my mind, I'm sitting across the table from people I love and know in a way that we don't need to do the like, no, let's all wait until the food comes. No elbows on the table. Like,
Do you know your salad fork? No, bitch, you don't.
Yeah, like it doesn't come across that way to me. Apia says, people do hate women. Not all of them, but enough. I don't know why. Because, newsflash, they are also human, just the female version. My best guess is that power is still mostly in male hands and people love to be on the side of power. This explanation works also for racism. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, look, dog, hating women is old. It's old as time.
It is.
I don't know what started it for sure, but I know a lot of things have been written to justify it. And I don't think anyone is immune to it. I think even those of us who are very intentional about not trying to harbor hate for women, it's pretty much impossible because things get in you from the time you're a fucking child. And you can try to unwork all that, but the fact that it has to be intentional in a way that I did not have to do with men. Like, I don't have to unwork like not that there's things that are bad stereotypes about men that aren't true, but
right.
I don't have to like unwork myself to be like, a man could never be in charge of the country or whatever. But yeah, it affects us all. I think the best thing you can do is just be conscious of it and try to navigate that way and never really rule it out. At least be considerate of it. And even then, sometimes you're not going to always agree with the critiques that people level at you anyway. We have a very public facing job. And so there's times that people, I'm sure, think, well, you shouldn't say this if you feel this way. And nobody's clean. Listen to enough podcasts, you realize nobody has it figured out 100% of the time.
Nope.
And you just try to work from having a good heart and being cognizant.
Right. And everybody is trying their best to navigate this world the best that they know how with the tools that they have at the time. And as you grow and you mature and you evolve and you learn more about yourself and the things around you and your surroundings, those tools will change to kind of make you a better person. Like this, if that's something you want to do, some people opt not to do that. And when you were talking about being aware, yes, it's particularly being a woman. From the time you're born, people don't realize they kind of teach little girls to hate themselves, but they don't. How can I say this? They do it not knowing that's the seeds that they're planting. You know, they do it because this is the way you're supposed to do the things. And then, you know, as the little girl grows up and get out there and get in the real world, you realize, oh, this is not as simple as they told me, or not as easy as they told me. Some people are prepared. If you that special snowflake and you came out and you was like, well, I knew, God bless you. Well, I didn't. And I had to learn how to unlearn a lot of shit about myself and how I feel about other women around me and shit like that. Like it is a very complex thing. And it makes me think about that time when we was talking about having period parties. And because of the trauma that I went through with that, I was very adamant against that. And the thing is, it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something that you should feel guilty about, because it's something natural. But because for me, it was such a traumatizing experience, which a lot of people do. They take their traumas, and women do this all the time. They take their traumas and the things that they dealt with in life and push it on to the next generation, and don't realize that you're actually not helping, you know, them actually navigating. And it's very hard to unlearn that stuff, because after we had that conversation, my eyes kind of open up to, oh, these are things and hang-ups that I have based off of the people around me. So yeah, and you have to be aware of those things. Sometimes it's hard to be alert and aware at all times. And no matter what you think about that, there are times where I'm like, no, I feel this way about this thing, and regardless about what the world thinks, this is how I feel. And that's why we talking about how sometimes there's some things that need to stay within the relationship, because there's some things that you might have functioning in your relationship. People on the outside might think that there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just in general, you know, it's the thing about misogyny is that for some reason it's the thing that no one can admit about themselves, which is, to me, makes it even more insidious than something like racism, where every once in a while someone will be like, yeah, I am racist. I'm a proud racist.
They sure will.
But you just do not run into people that are like, I hate women, or I have a problem with women, even when they clearly do. You know. Anyway, Shoe Booty says, everything about this Blake Lively situation makes so much sense now. Everything was so weird around this rollout. I remember the social media hot takes trying to get people to dislike her, and I'm like, weird take, and I'm not buying it. And seeing he had a whole ass PR strategy and fake posts and news stories to try to destroy her, dirty. He always seemed phony as performative feminist, and now it all clicks. That, to me, that's the biggest loss in here. Like, I'm very happy for Blake Lively being vindicated, but this is another time where the biggest loss to me is the trust and the belief that a man can actually be a positive, like, supportive person for women, and try to be like intentional and safe towards women without it being some type of hustle, some type of cover up, or some type of like inroads to like have sex with a lot of women.
Right.
And but at the same time, I just don't know how you can't acknowledge the trend. Like, and I'm sure just from the happenstance, there's a lot of men within different industries who help women go out of their way to be good to women, but like, they're beacons of light. But honestly, the only time you ever really can believe that is when you hear that shit from other women that have been helped by that person.
Right.
I never will believe a dude, including myself. Like, I don't pat myself on the back for the shit on purpose, because it's like, I don't even, to be honest, I don't even think in the way of like, I need to help these ladies. You know, I don't even think like that, just because I just find that to be it's such a weird way. It's like how I don't want to be friends with a white person that's always thinking of like how they can help me because I'm black. At some point, I would like to just be a Roderick for you who is black, and that is it. Like, we don't need to. I'm not a charity case for you.
Right.
I'm not a cause for you. I don't need to be taken under your wing. I don't need you to check on me when George Floyd dies. Like, that's the way I navigate my life, and so I tend to think of everybody's marginalization that way. And I know some people they get down differently. This is just how Rod gets down.
Right.
I can't, like, if something happens, I don't think of like when we do our segment on LGBTQ news, I'm not like, and then this person is gay to listen to the show, and I know this person is my friend in real life and they trans, and
Yeah, none.
no,
Right.
just what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah,
Period. What's fair to people, what's about freedom. That's how I navigate, and I think it's the best way to navigate.
Agreed.
But the sad part is there are people who want folks to speak up in the way that this dude was speaking up. They want people to be like, and this is why we must talk about consent, and this is why we must do. And so many times these motherfuckers are just wrapping themselves in this cloak that is just, I'm gonna be doing some foul shit. But you look at how I've monetized my image, how I've like cultivated myself, and it's just like I'm a charity case for just making sure these women are safe. And it does fucking suck. There's victims here that are obviously Blake Lively, obviously women, but there's also a victim of the public trust of like, yo, there should be some people speaking up and being the opposite, and then you just find out, oh, it's just a hustle. And the main people that like to bag on these people, to me, are the worst fucking people. You're people who are just openly fucked up misogynistic assholes who will then go, well, see, that's why you can't trust these male feminists and all this shit. Anyway, so these females need to get back in the kitchen and suck my dick. And I'm like, you're no fucking better.
Right.
I don't know why you think, like, anyway, it's just, I hate shit like this is my point. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I'm with you, and it's very frustrating. And this is why, if somebody's going to speak up, they're going to speak up. But also in everything, people always find a hustle in things. They find a hustle in this. They find a hustle in social justice. They find a hustle in politics. Like, you always going to find people to get in it and find some form of a hustle in it for money, to cover up other shit they doing. Like, and when these people get the light shine on them, it just kind of breaks things down.
Yeah, it sucks. And I mean, we had this.
I'm sorry, because there are a lot of people in all these places that are doing good things, but everybody ignores the fuck out of them until something bad happens.
When I was, at Game Theory, there's women that are like professional writers and comedians, and they will tell you, like, certain guys that they're like, oh yeah, this dude is actually really cool behind the scenes, or what, like, they helped me out in my career. They not creepy. They weren't asking for anything. Nothing ever was inappropriate. They're just a good person that has decided to use their power to like uplift certain people. But if you look around, they not making a living out of it, meaning they ain't got a podcast, they're not writing a book or article or blogs, they're not putting in all their stand-up shows. They just help people, and then they just leave it the fuck alone. Like, they're like a white privileged fullback or whatever, just a man who's just like, hey, let this woman do blank, and they just leave it at that.
Then they go about their business.
Yeah, I remember, and this is a small example. It's not to pat myself on the back, but it's something to point out, to be like, it's such a little thing. But we had a meeting, and everybody was being very aggressive at the meeting. Everybody was pitching their jokes. Everybody was talking about how this piece should go this way and that way. And I believe the piece was written by, two of the women that worked there. I think it was Heaven and Elena. And everybody was just talking so fucking much. And Elena was like, yeah, well, and then someone would start talking. Yeah, and someone would start talking. And so I, got loud, basically was like, hey, what about this idea? And everybody turned towards me and got quiet. And I said, Elena, what are you going to say? and so, like, it's a little thing. It didn't change the world. But the point being, like, that to me, that's a little thing you can do to help somebody that's not it's not making you no money. I'm only talking about on the podcast for this example. Every person could do it. Like, this isn't some like, man, you got to give $100 million or something. But stuff like that, I think, means more because it's from a genuine place and you don't get anything out of it.
Right.
As opposed to, this shit that's so flashy. And, oh, look at how I'm helping these downtrodden women and I'm educating men. I'm going to be the voice. And you turn out to be a piece of shit. It's just like, damn, bro.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like you said, little things like that actually matters to people, because we've read studies and statistics show that when men start talking, people just look up at them, and when women talk, they're 100% going to be interrupted by a man if it's men around them. Like a lot of times, women don't, even on podcasts, they don't finish their sentences, they don't finish their statements, they don't finish their thoughts, and a lot of times they have to be very aggressive, which people call you a bitch and an asshole, to actually be like, hey, shut the fuck up and let me talk. Like you have to almost demand the room, and sometimes you have to demand it hard. Sometimes you have to demand it several times, and depending on the man, sometimes you got to tell him to calm the fuck down, because a lot of men, when women are very aggressive and they're trying to get their point out, particularly if it's something that they don't agree with, a lot of times they try to get loud as a form of intimidation, and you got to let them know, nigga, I'm not fucking scared of you. And sometimes it can become an unnecessary altercation because the men just don't want to listen.
The next one is Sean. People are trying to react the way they are, reacting to Blake Lively and Amber Heard. Many people have read a book with a story near the beginning of a woman who is told the truth. She grabs the truth despite it being the opposite of the lie she's been fed all her life. She then acts with bravery and finds knowledge and freedom through defying a tyrant. Not only that, she selflessly acts to free a man as well. And we are taught from a young age that the tyrant is the hero and that we should condemn Eve for her insolence, defiance, and gall. The fuck that bitch ethos is central to how many people are brought up. So it is unsurprising that it is so readily accepted by so many people. It is, yo. It really is. And there's something in people that, like, already I feel like people kind of can't wait to be mean. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just something in all of us. I don't know what it is. It's just human nature. And especially mean towards people that they are jealous of or they feel like have more than they should have, whatever. I think a lot of this is celebrity culture stuff, you know, like why as soon as you hear one bad thing about Lizzo, you're ready to be like, well, she did everything that she's accused of. She's a terrible person.
Right.
And it's never like that's weird. That goes against the opposite of every fucking thing she's ever done or said.
Yes.
And I'm gonna wait until I get a little bit more clarity before throwing this woman in the fucking trash, because hey, maybe it's not as simple as what she's accused of. But you know, it's we want to kind of hate her, so it's like, yeah, you fat bitch or whatever. And next thing you know, it's like, damn, but Lizzo is persona non grata or whatever, and that stuff works. You know, that's why some of these civil lawsuits, just the filing of the lawsuit is enough for most people. For not most, but for a contingent of people, of the filing is enough. Like whatever your retort is, whatever evidence is lacking or not lacking, it don't matter. It's like there's enough. You fucked up. So anyway, all that stuff to say, it definitely is weaponized, and it's an easy lift to just be like, hey, we're fucking hating Olivia Wilde now. Secretly, she must be a bitch. Like, it's just like, I don't know that anything for sure is that reason, but
right.
But here we are. Meanwhile, she's going through a divorce, and a very public divorce with the dude from Ted Lasso. Could he have hired that PR firm?
We don't know.
Could it be that simple? And to see the actual text messages, it really makes you realize, like, yo, this shit is not even that well organized. Mm-mm. The one thing they had right was when his lawyer put out a statement and said, well, of course, I think it was a lie, but it was like, we didn't need to do much because the internet did it for us. I do believe that part. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that means they didn't hire that firm. He didn't come out and say we didn't hire that firm. So I think you do have to start the spark, but it don't take much to hate a woman.
Nope.
Evie says the Blake Lively stuff confused me when it was going on because I didn't understand what she did wrong. Rona Raphael says this episode is another reason amongst many why the Blackout Test is the best podcast in the world. I was right about it all along for one last time in 2024. Everyone listen and have a great and successful 2025. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep. Let me find that clip for Rona Raphael. Because he loves to give me a bunch of work.
I've been right about all of it! We've been right about all of it! Woo! Yes!
That woo get me every time.
Yes!
YouTube. Happy Person 620 left a comment and said, became a fan of yours from you co-hosting on Karen Hunter's show. Now I'm following you and your wife. Huge fan.
Shout out to Karen Hunter.
My mom says, awesome deep dive into the manipulation of society through social media. The manipulation of our minds through social media is dangerous. Agreed. Dragan says, Karen fired up today. Good show. I love the banner segment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amy says, I'm new to the channel. I love your insights and analysis on these online hate campaigns. It's truly disheartening how people can be easily manipulated to be the worst of themselves online while claiming to be righteous. That last part is that's the sickness. If they can make you feel righteous to give into your worst inclinations, then you are capable of some horrible behavior because you feel vindicated. You know, it's like on a deeper spiritual level, and I know it's not necessarily the exact same, but it's like when people were rooting for the dude that killed the CEO on the street. That, like, and everybody who had any misgivings about it was essentially like, you know, fuck you, like, was you okay with these CEOs? What about people that's being denied healthcare? Like, the dude was like going to people's house and denying the healthcare.
Himself personally, you go, yeah, I get it, but y'all, somebody died. They was like, nope.
But the point isn't whether or not there's a reason to go out and randomly just shoot a motherfucker that's a CEO of some company. The question kind of becomes about what does that do to your internal biology and makeup? Like, what does that do to you? You know, it's like how violence leaves a stain. I remember talking about this when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and the fact that there are people who, you know, clutch their pearls over Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and can't even believe Will Smith has a career to this day. But a dude killed a whole fucking random CEO that he didn't know on the streets, and they're like, I don't even understand why people be upset.
Right.
That just says something about us. But it's like violence does stain the soul a bit, and I think we're all a bit stained, and society has done that. And I'm not one to like make a grandstand. I'm not really like, I get it, but I don't necessarily want to be of it. I'm just more of a like, that's unfortunate. Like, it's not going to save anybody's insurance. It's not going to help anybody specifically, but I understand why people feel so cold about it, you know? Anyway, all that stuff to say, like, if you feel righteous, you can do a lot. And what no one has really said or put the common thread together, and I'll put it together right now, which is, or I haven't seen people say it. What I continue to see when I see that CEO shooting is a white man who had a gun and felt justified to go and execute a person, judge, jury, executioner, right there from his purview, and justify with his manifesto and go to jail or whatever, right? I don't see him much different than Dylan Roof.
Right.
I don't see him much different than the school shooters. I don't see him much different than the kid that shot up that Kroger full of black people. They all thought they were justified, and access to weapons and whatever their ideology is makes it seem like to them this is a reasonable thing to go do to people. And I am hesitant to ever have the back of people, especially white men with guns in America, as if, no, those actions are okay because this time I don't like the healthcare system. So in this case, yeah, kill away. I actually don't feel that way. And it's important because this is the one I think that helps justify the others to people. Like, I think, you know, the same way we shouldn't glorify these people that shoot up the schools. We probably shouldn't glorify anybody to just randomly go take somebody's life. And yes, I am saying random because in this case, it's not that this guy did something to this dude. Like, I think what he symbolized, he killed a symbol, but the symbol's a person.
Agreed.
So all that stuff to say is when you feel righteous, you can justify pretty much anything.
Yes, you can.
And there's a lot of people been justifying a lot of terrible shit, including all the way up to slavery and shit.
Yes,
because
sir.
they just felt like I'm doing this for the blacks.
Justified.
I'm civilizing these blacks. I'm helping them. I'm taking them from their savage country, bringing them over here, and I'm giving them religion. but you're enslaving and brutalizing and raping and torturing and killing people, you know? So anyway, I'm very much the same as everyone else in that I'm not gonna bend over backwards. I'm not trying to make this point to everyone. I'm not gonna fight anybody about it, but you know, I just think when we think we're being righteous, we can do some horrible things.
We can.
A Quiet Storm says Christmas at an older age is not as important, but happy holidays, guys. If you say so. I don't know what that is pertaining to exactly, but yeah, I guess. Another person said, I guess I need to start supporting y'all so y'all can turn on the heat. Karen look like she's freezing.
I'm always freezing, baby. It don't matter what. Y'all don't believe Roger when Roger say I'm literally always cold, y'all.
I'm gonna hide this user from channel. We're done seeing any more comments from them. I hope you enjoyed your one comment, buddy.
I'm always cold.
Blocked. Yeah, next is gonna be you and Rod's face when Karen's talking. Some bullshit. God, y'all don't get tired of leaving the same comments. Also, I guarantee this person didn't support us. I guess I need to start supporting. Well, did you? Where's the check? Where's the money?
Where's the 5 stars?
Where's the dollars? Where's the support, nigga? Happy person 620. I already read that comment. All right, well, that's it for that episode, except for the poll. Do you judge people for not waiting for everyone to be served before eating at a restaurant? 31% yes, 69% no. Nice, 69.
Nice.
All right, y'all, let's get into no voicemails. So I think that means we'll do emails next.
Okay.
My mama proud. You guys are not doing anything with your life. You may not see it, but I'm trying to accomplish something, and you guys are preventing me from that. All y'all haters, I'm trying to accomplish my dreams. If you don't like me, just block me. I didn't do anything to you.
All right, let's see.
That clip always makes me laugh.
That's how it feels whenever they write in with the same dumbass, not funny thing that they notice.
I'm always wrapped up in my thuggy, y'all.
It always feels like they're not a real fan.
Like they just randomly show
so
up.
you're not a real fan then. So you ain't heard this.
Y'all know
explained.
every week.
Somebody got to be the dumbass every week. Brichette says, hi, Rod and Karen. Love the show. Y'all really helped me get through the work week. I just wanted to share that I love the banter song. I repeatedly rewind it just so I can groove a little bit more. That shit hits. Wish y'all a happy holiday, happy new year, Bree. Thank you,
Bree. And it does bang.
It really does.
It's a bop.
Yep, it really does. Shout out to Isabalu, Esabalu. You can find her music on Spotify. You can follow her on social media. But yeah, she put her whole foot in that.
And then she put her foot in that shit. Yes, sir.
Aaron says, Smug Mode activated. Hey, Rod and Karen, I actually was a big supporter of Justin Baldoni. Jamie Heath, co-host, was an active listener of his podcast. I really loved him bringing in men and women from all walks of life, talking about changing and deconstructing masculinity. I was even going to start reading this book. I'll admit, I was a bit on his side versus Blake Lively, but I did think it was weird that he was the only one by himself during the press run, and I believe listening to y'all helped me take a step back and wait for the facts instead of rushing to conclusions. That's what we're here for. Let us be the different podcast. Listen, 97% of podcasts gonna tell you jump to some conclusions and let it be the worst thing ever. So look, we part of the 3% that's out here like, we can wait and see.
Yeah, we can wait. We ain't always got to be the first.
I think that's a good thing. At least you're getting all kinds of opinions in your ears, you know?
Right.
I'm just really upset and shocked, honestly, because he's done all this work to combat toxic masculinity and reach consent just to be like all the men he claimed not to behave like. Yeah, it's also that thing too where a lot of people that decide to quote unquote teach are fighting their own inner demons and battles, which is why they feel like they're the I mean, like, it's the old cliche of like people that become therapists are the ones that need the most therapy, or people that become psychologists. A lot of it is because they're trying to figure out their own mental health stuff, and so then it's like, let me get into this field, maybe by fixing it, learning how to fix myself and other people, I'll become a better person or something. And oftentimes they're in the midst of their own struggles and stuff, and it's why it's the cliche of like, oh, I went to this person for advice and they turned out to be the person that needs advice. It's like if you go on TikTok or these people that have books and stuff, most of the people giving relationship advice are people you would never want to be in a fucking relationship with. They're like, you know, because they're working through it themselves, but they're working through it in front of all of us. But a lot of them don't know what the fuck they talking about either. Like, not all of them, but it's like they don't have the thing that they're telling you need to have. Look at Kevin Samuels, for example. He didn't have any of the shit he was leveling at other people that they needed to have.
Right.
You know, so it is what it is, to where I think a guy like this can brand himself as whatever, but the truth comes out in how you treat other people when no one's around and doing shit like this. And I think also the last thing I'll say about this guy, I feel like as a dude, because I'm not that familiar with his work, but as a dude who I'm sure was trying to be the voice and the good example, I bet you he panicked so fucking hard when he was about to be exposed.
Yes.
Because there seems to have been a way where he could have just either admitted wrong and whatever, change his behavior or whatever, or at least not went on the attack. The fact that he went on the attack at her to make her unbelievable before she could even get a word out about him, it just says something about his own panic around his image and what it was going to do to his image. And that's how you end up justifying being a horrible person like this. Because I don't, you know, you haven't really heard much from him since, and I have a lot of updates. Like his co-host on his podcast quit.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Because he was doing the podcast with another lady, right?
His agency dropped him. Like, this shit is big. Like, people. This isn't a he said, she said, and we believe he. This is a he said, she said, and we all think she telling the truth. So, you know, the dominoes are falling around this guy. I'm not sure how the podcast will be affected or even if they will address it, but it's very disappointing to hear. Well, he gonna have to address it because his co-host quit. Thanks for always reading the facts and giving us all the information. That's why I think y'all the best podcast, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
We try, man. I really do.
Yeah, Roger be doing the work. I have to give you credit. I'm not gonna take the credit away from you on that one. Roger be doing the work.
Thank you.
I know to try to take co-credit, but I can't on that one.
Kisha, Brooklyn Shoe Babe says, Dear Rod, I finally got around to finding clips of you on the Karen Hunter show. I found them on YouTube. For some reason, I thought it was only by subscription on Sirius XM. Anywho, I really enjoyed the Rachel True piece about her tarot cards. Over the past 2 years, I've been learning and practicing lots of tarot readings. I only do readings on myself. It was comforting to see Rachel talk about what drew her to tarot and tackling people's misconceptions that has to do with the devil. It made my day. Thanks. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't do anything but just sit there and hang out. You know, they booked Rachel True as a guest. Mm-hmm. And like all black men of a certain age, you know, Rachel True is one of the like tent pole like black woman crushes that every brother has to have.
She's
I
been
believe
around for a very long time.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, between fuck, now I'm drawing a blank on the movie about the witches. Oh God, hold on.
Oh, snap.
But yeah, I believe the craft. Between the craft and half baked, I mean CB4. She's just one of those half and half. Of course, she's just one of those like all time like black woman crush goals. And so I just was sitting there smiling like, not that I don't appreciate the tarot stuff, but she could have been telling me about anything. It could have been devil worship. I didn't care. I would have just been there smiling like, oh my God, Rachel True is talking to me. But nah, she was real cool, man. And I appreciated the stuff she was talking about with politics and really having a voice on social media and using her voice. I just thought that was so cool. All right, let's get into the mail, and then we'll do Spotify rap to end everything.
Okay.
Lots of mail.
Yay!
Let's start with the cards. Lots of cards this year.
Yay! Y'all found us. Thank you. I like the cards.
Yep. Let's see here. The first one. I can open
You need
it.
to open it behind you.
And the winner is
While I'm trying to get together for the
holiday themed card.
trying to find the teleprompter.
It goes to, let's say this one's me. It says with this tree. So this tree is them. Merry everything. And on the inside it says, P.S. I had sheets, balance, ball sent separately. PPS, no pressure to read the Christmas letter, but y'all get a shout out on page 1. You might like the book recommendations at the end. Hello, Rod and Karen. I think of these diverse trees representing all your listeners, and we all shine brighter because of you. Thank you for all your time, care, compassion, and love. Merry Christmas, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. And yeah, the letter is too dense and long to read all of it, as y'all can see. But I will read it privately later.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we got here. We got another card. And this time it opens easily. The Stutzel family. Hope shines brightest. Love the show. Hope shines brightest during the holidays. Love the show. And if you look at this beautiful family here.
The family photos, all the
Right.
babies and the kids.
How y'all get all the kids to smile?
Right?
What's the secret?
What is the secret?
Y'all raising healthy kids over there? Is that what's happening? That's how you get them to smile during the pictures and act right? All these kids look like they acting right.
Right? Y'all promise some treats afterwards?
Right. Wishing you a holiday season filled with peace, joy, and fiery resolve. Mark, Kate, Oliver, George, and Violet.
Come on, fiery resolve.
Thank you. We appreciate this. This is nice. Oh my goodness. Going into the card stockpile. Let's go to the next one. And this one, first of all, I'm pretty sure I know this person. This is Erica, who we met. We ran into in Publix. And she got her fur baby.
Oh, that's adorable.
And it says, happy holidays, wishing you and yours more life, more love, more everything. Love, Erica. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. And it didn't say the dog's name, but thank you to the dog as well. Okay. I understand that, it's hard to get dogs to pose for pictures.
Right, without them looking gazed or something.
Now here go another one of these mahoganies that y'all be finding.
Come
I don't know how y'all do it.
Mahogany's.
Y'all gonna get to the mahogany section. We keeping the mahogany section in business one podcast at a year at a time.
I clear the mahogany. They'd be glad. They'd be like, we're going to sell some of the mahogany cards.
Let's see. Wishing you and yours every little sweet and beautiful joy of the season. And then the writing from the personal is, we get through it, or we got through it, I guess. Wishing you health and happiness in 2025. Many from Cali trying to print so Rod can read. Thank you. Rod and Karen, thank you all for the laughs, information, and thought-provoking talk this year. Sometimes you are the only voice of reason in the day. This election cycle was brutal, but you helped us get through. So it went to the top. Okay, you helped us get through it. Wishing you health, happiness, 2025. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That is so nice. Love them little cartoon blacks. Okay, big fan of them. All right, let's see. We got some more. This one is from Ebony. It says happy holidays, joy, I believe, with the black and white.
Adorable.
It says it's the most wonderful time of the year. May your days be merry, your challenges manageable, and your cocktail always just right. Cheers. That shit should be an ad for some type of alcohol.
Right?
And your cocktail. I feel like Billy D. Williams should be saying
Come on.
May your may your days be merry, your challenges manageable, and your cocktail always just right. Slitch my looking bull. It'll get you drunk.
It sure will.
Look at this little squirrel in a Christmas hat. Look now. Is this a person's pet squirrel? They just put this. It's just part of the thing because it's like this picture is like you can kind of tell it's like taped on here or something. Like it's
part of the family.
Yeah. Happy holidays, Rod and Karen, from me and Chi Chi the squirrel. So it is.
Yeah.
It's your squirrel.
Yeah, I'm about to say that squirrel look like it's part of the family.
Holy shit.
How you get the squirrel to stay still?
Because there ain't no like thing on the back that says like, like a barcode or something. This not a card that was bought. This motherfucker.
Come on, handmade.
They have a fucking pet squirrel that they got to sit still with a Santa Claus hat and take a picture.
Come on through, you and the squirrel.
How do you even do that?
I don't know. Squirrels move around a lot.
Me and Chi Chi the squirrel, we often listen to you together in my backyard in Oakland. Chi Chi, thanks. Karen's puns are nuts.
Ha ha! That's hilarious.
Thank
you, Chi Chi.
Well, you know what, Chi Chi? I think her puns are a bit corny. Or should I say corny? I don't know. Have a great New Year's, if possible. Side the Sheen Bowl. You know what? We ain't signed. We gonna go into the year. We gonna make it good.
Yes, okay? We is.
Positive affirmation. This one says Merry Christmas with a bunch of beautiful designs on it. Our family wishes you and you wishes yours joy and peace today, tomorrow, always. Happy holidays. Tori, Eli, and Taylor. And look, then they include a picture. Now this is a dope ass photo shoot right here. Y'all did that. Okay.
Come on, y'all went to the glamour shots.
Okay, you got the black dress working. Okay, everybody coordinated.
You told them y'all ain't gonna make me look bad in this photo.
Okay, I know you got them up early and made sure they was in there in the bathroom
getting greased
and
everything. Them babies smell like cocoa powder. Yep. You was like, we gonna take this picture for y'all get to running around and sweating.
Yeah, you made them change out of them clothes when they got home
immediately.
Them not they play clothes.
No.
Okay. I can smell this picture. I can. And
yes, I can.
I mean in a good way.
Yes.
I can smell.
Fresh haircuts.
This is cocoa butter.
Yes.
I can smell. Y'all look amazing. I love that. Beautiful family.
Yeah, beautiful family.
Speaking of beautiful people, happiest holidays. Wishing you the best in 2025 and beyond. Coretha and Craig, Team Kojo, Professor Coretha. Listening to the show. She's a frequent contributor to the Karen Hunter show. Mm-hmm. She's got our like poster up in her office. Mm-hmm. She be running, eternally young looking, I don't know.
I don't know how old. Mm-mm.
Yeah, just like Karen Hunter. I have no idea how old.
I have no idea.
Is.
You could be 25, 150. I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess.
I only know that she says she old.
Right,
but I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like, if you had to, I would lose a lot of detective tests if I had to guess.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, not our girl, Nick Jew, with the Christmas photo. She got the full tree and everything up in there.
Hey, baby!
Merry Christmas, X's and O's, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Does X's and O's mean like your exes? And
I thought it meant hugs and kisses.
It's very clever. It's because it's spelled EXES, X's and O's. So hugs and kisses. She clever. She one of them smart people.
Right, one of them real smart people.
All right, and then this one is from Katya. Let me open this thing up. Oh wait, this one is. Oh, it's just one that didn't get delivered. So I guess this was undeliverable, and they sent it to us instead of her. I'm sorry, Katya, if you're looking for a card, because we got it. I don't know what that's about. All right, and then the last two things are packages. So let me see if I can open these. I believe these from Amazon with my handy dandy trusty letter opener that I bought. I mean, not letter opener, box cutter. In case somebody try to run up on me, you know what I'm saying? Gotta let them know it's not just for opening presents, it's also for opening veins, okay? Fuck with me if you want. There we go. And of course, that's not as simple as opening it, but it's all right. This is why we go to the gym, so we can just rip the package open and fuck it.
So you can be strong.
All right, opening it up. inside. It didn't have a piece of paper to tell us who it's from.
Okay. Like a candle or a cup.
It is a candle. It is After Dark Mahogany Teak soy candle.
Come on through, soy candle.
And this shit is, it's flavorful. It's
soy candles do have a strong smell.
that mahogany teak. Just like I like my women. After Dark Mahogany and Teak.
The hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't even know what
that's
teak means.
hilarious.
But yeah, I'm double checking. There's no thing in the box of like who it's from. So I'm sorry if write in, let us know if it was from you. But here's one of the stickers that person didn't get because their package didn't get to them. That's very weird. Did they even try to deliver it? I don't even see like a postage mark on it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to throw this shit back in the mail. Hopefully you'll get it. All right, we have one more package. Hold on. This is a bit bigger. A bit bigger.
Okay. That's really big. That must take up the whole screen.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and cut this bad boy up. You got my money, man. That'll teach him.
Johnny's got a knife.
Be cool, buddy. Boy, crazy boy.
Hey! Shout out to the musical people out there.
Okay, so it is a balance board. Urban Fit balance board. I'm guessing Karen put this on the list. Let's see if she uses it, guys. It's made for balance training and core workouts at home, work, or the gym. I see these at the gym. I have not graduated to the balance board workout yet. But I think it's the thing you stand on and, make sure you can it's a ball on the bottom and it rolls basically to keep from falling over. You got to use your legs and your core.
Yeah, help keep your balance.
Yeah. So we'll see if Karen has it collecting dust or if it's actually getting used. I wasn't sure which items were Rod's versus Karen, so I tried to send stuff you both could use with love and tremendous gratitude, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
And we are tremendously grateful. Thank you. All right, that's it for the mail section of the show. Let's do Spotify Wrapped, and we'll wrap this episode up. So every year Spotify sends out a Wrapped. You guys use your Wrapped. I see it all the time where it's like we listen to Blackout Tips, and sometimes it's like, oh, we this is the music I listen to. Well, they send one to people that make podcasts as well. And this year I did go through it. I didn't find it as detailed and fun as the last few years, but for posterity's sake, we're going to go through it anyway. It says, fans are really loving your show in 2024. You took a whole new level, blah, blah, blah. We gained 32% listeners.
Wow.
In this year, in just 2024, 32% more people listen to the show.
Woohoo!
That's crazy. It also says streams. So streams, let's see, 37% more streams.
Well, I wonder what streams mean.
People listen, streaming it. People. So a listener is per person. Streams are I think how many more people stream it. They might not follow us, or they might not listen to the show all the time, but we have more streams this year than we had last year.
I got you.
Which is interesting because 32% people listening, 37% stream. I guess that means a lot of people chose to stay of those new people. And we gained 10% more followers.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we love to see it. Let's see what else we got here. Give it up for your new fans. All right, new fans. 50% of our listeners discovered us this year. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Who would have thunk that?
How is that even
Shout
possible?
out to y'all.
Shout out to us just working, keeping our head down and doing what we do. More people still growing this much at this stage in the podcast is crazy. Y'all don't understand.
Ain't it nuts?
We've been doing this for 15 years basically. To still be and the show's getting bigger it's an insane thing, but I appreciate it. Your fans have a clear favorite. Top episode was 2898. Drake Not Like Us. That was a big time for us.
Yeah, it was.
People really enjoyed the Drake content this year. It's also our number one thing on YouTube.
Damn, this number right here.
It was streamed 999% more than your average episode.
Y'all was sharing the shit out of this.
People was looking for somebody to break this shit down.
They were looking for content.
Oh my God. What? I see why these hip hop podcasts be doing well.
Right?
I really should start one. I didn't realize people was just ravenous for some hip hop talk. Ever wonder who your audience is? Let's break it down. We're breaking down listeners by age. 18 to 24, 3%. So the young people, they don't listen to the show that much. Okay, 3% of them. 25 to 29, 8%. Okay, they just getting their feet in the world. Okay. 30 to 34, 13%. But now we hitting our demographic about our age.
Yeah, about our age.
42%, 35 to 44. 45 to 54, that's 24% of our listening base. And 55 and older, 10%. And I feel like those numbers have grown for us specifically. I want to thank Karen Hunter.
Yes.
Because like a lot of people that got serious, they got lives and jobs and responsibilities.
Yeah,
and
they do.
They're a little bit older. They listen to terrestrial, it's not terrestrial radio, but they listen to radio.
Right.
Instead of just podcasts all the time. And so, yeah, those people who are older, I think have come on for Karen Hunter and they've given us a chance. And I think a lot of them stuck around and liked it.
Yes. Yay.
Listeners ages 55 plus grew by the most by 70%. Yep.
Shout out to the older people. Y'all found us.
I just got to be Karen Hunter. Where in the world have you been? In 2024, your show traveled the globe. You were streamed in 62 countries.
Woo!
United States was our top country. But then it didn't really break down. See, that's what I'm saying. Last year they would have given us like here's all the countries you would listen to.
Here's breakdown top 5, top 10. Yeah, this is where the people need to come in and give more, because they got the statistics, but they just opted not to put them in this.
They kind of half-assed this year.
Yes, they did.
Your fans have great taste, obviously. Other than your show, they also loved. This is why I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, I know I'm really hurting the brand the way that I talk about other people's podcasts when I don't like something they said or did, but I gotta be true. I gotta be me, and I'm sure
we know a lot of them cross. Yeah,
and I'm sure if the shoe was on the other foot, these motherfuckers don't hold their tongue, and that's why people like them.
Agreed.
So I'm not gonna hold mine and hope people like me. Fuck it. If you don't like the show, because I'm like they be talking about some bullshit. Oh well. Anyway, The Read, number one, who they're obviously not a podcast I've ever talked bad about. But the Joe Budden podcast, pew, pew, I've shot some strays. Okay. They be doing stuff. But number one with people that listen to our show is The Read. Number 2, Joe Budden podcast. Number 3, Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay, which is so funny because we literally had people write into the show to be like, what you think about this? And I'll be like, you should have wrote this to Van Lathan.
Right.
Like clearly he said something you didn't like. Right in. Don't they got an email or something?
They should.
Hit this nigga up on Twitter. See if he'll respond to you. The Right Time with Bomani Jones, always great company to be in. And The Breakfast Club. Not surprised. I always say, man, like people talk about these other shows like they're completely separate. But I think as a listener, people listen to all kinds of shit. It doesn't necessarily mean they agree or disagree.
Right.
People listen to our show and they don't agree. People listen to these other shows and they do agree. And vice versa all the time. Music. The number one thing people listen to that listen to our show musically is pop, number 1. R&B, number 2. Number 3, rap. And it's kind of me in opposite order. Audiobooks. They listen to sci-fi and fantasy. Biography and memoirs, and history. And they also listen to Blackout Tips. But they didn't just listen. 73% of our audience watched video on Spotify this year. This is Spotify trying to get us to make.
I'm about to say, we got video?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is Spotify trying to tell us, you guys should make your podcast in the video.
Chad, make that shit simpler to put on there. No.
Karen doesn't upload or do any of this type of work, guys. So just
don't ignore me.
So just don't pay attention to what she
Please
said.
don't take me seriously over here.
There's completely different reasons that I don't upload video to Spotify, and it's not because it's too complicated. Shout out to your biggest fans for keeping you at the top of your game. We're a top 10 podcast for 3.56 thousand fans, 3,560. We're top 5 for 2,700 fans, and we're the number 1 podcast for, drumroll, 1.34K fans. And our top fans listen to us 10 times more than other listeners. Shout out to the top fans, the 1%.
Going back through the archives. We see y'all.
What kind of creator are we? We are, so they create some type of graphic where, damn, we're at the top of everything. That was crazy. Like, they created a triangle graphic that was like, how long is your episode length? How frequently do you put out? How, whatever. And we were at the top of the triangle in each direction. Anyway, the creative personality, the storyteller is what they're classifying us as. Do they say what that means? No.
I don't know.
But I guess we are a storyteller of type. I would not necessarily say that's what we are. Just because, we talk pop culture and news and current events, but sure. Your fans have entered the conversation. We had 76 comments, and 3,000. Typhoid Maryland was the most commented episodes, and we got 5.6K. And just keep in mind, we stopped being hosted on Spotify using the polls and the comments a while ago. So this number would have been a lot bigger. Your most popular poll was SNL, Nikki Haley on SNL. Your podcast rating is 4.9%. The Blackout Tips podcast, it says at the end, thank you for giving people something to talk about. But keep the conversation going. And then it basically says, share like with your fans these numbers and graphics and your Spotify Wrapped, which I'll put on social media. But, it was cute. It's not as good as it used to be. And I miss the days of it being more detailed because I think we had more fun when we had the more detailed
stuff. But, like you say with the countries, but last year and before, it would like break down like each of the like maybe top 5 or top 10 countries. Like it would give you stats, then it would just be a little bit more detailed. And that's just Spotify. I don't think we don't got one with Apple. At least I don't know how to do the one with Apple or anything like that.
Anyway, I think what it is that they basically probably got AI doing it, and the people that did it probably don't do it as much. And I think that's probably who
cared a little bit more.
That's probably what changed everything for the details and the human aspect. And I felt the same way about my rap personally. Like this is not as personal as it used to be and detailed as it used to be. And the things that were very intriguing and unique aren't in here. It just feels like they put some numbers into a machine and the machine sped out some stuff, especially when it was like, your listening style is Southern grandmother who likes confetti. I'm like, this just feels like AI buzzwords.
Right. Like this shit don't make no sense. And I do agree. And also the way before it was shareable, but before when you would flip through, you could flip through the whole thing. Now it's like you had to take each image, just like little shit that a person would have been like, why are we separating this? Just put all this shit together. The machine is like, nope, you're going to get one page at a time. That's probably because the way they programmed it.
All right, that's it, guys. I don't know why y'all assume it's cold in here. I'm the one I don't be having the blanket on. How come y'all never ask Karen why she keep it so hot? I don't know.
Why I keep it so hot?
I don't, damn, I never see Rod with a fucking blanket on.
No,
you over there getting all warm and cozy, and he over here sweating his ass off. In conclusion, fuck y'all. All right, y'all. We'll see you. I think tomorrow we're supposed to have Dom Rivera on as a guest. And then, of course, with the holiday and stuff throughout the week, I'm sure we'll be sporadically podcasting. But thank you. Live show tickets are still on sale. The link is in the show notes. The VIP tickets are sold out for now. I will try to add some more. I really need to think about how many more we can add without it becoming too much. But I will try. I will definitely tell them to add some more. So don't worry about that. And of course, you can stream it. You don't have to be there in person. So if you just want to watch it online, those tickets are available as well.
They are.
So make sure you guys do that. And I think that's it for show notes and housekeeping type stuff. So, yeah, just, appreciate y'all. And we'll be talking to y'all throughout the week. It's not New Year yet, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And yeah, until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a good